Okay, it's Peter. I think it's working. Who knows? Anyway, so we're having a conversation about doing future bass in Bass Dragon. And you probably know, but future bass is quite a big stacked sound. The chords parts are like stacked, 4 layers. And the bass is stacked in at least 2 layers, one being the sub bass and the other one being a more regular but sore, raspy bass. And so we were wondering about that. And it occurred to me that, because they wanted to have that built in to Bass Dragon. But I think, and I still think, that the sounds are best kept separate for a reason that I'm going to show you in this. So, right, let's get it out of the way. I think it's working. It says it's recording. Hopefully it is, because I don't want to do this again. Anyway, here we go. So I'm going to do this bit live, so I've no idea what's going to happen. Okay, fair warning. I've no idea what's going to happen. So, sorry, I've got a cough today as well. Anyway, let's get, so we've got an empty pattern, basically. There it is, nothing happening. Let's launch Bass Dragon. So I don't have any chords in mind. And for some reason my Bass Dragon takes ages to load up, so I don't know why that is. Anyway, let's stick to 4-bar thing. Let's do F minor, because that's the typical key, which I can't see. There it is. And let's do the future bass style, which we're on. All right, and we've got 1 chord of F minor. Well, let's see what that's like. Be good if it played. Hang on. Did I set the locator? Yeah, I did. I think I turned that off. There we go. Let's try that again. That's still not happening. Come on. There we go. Alright, so that's what he's done. Actually, no, I don't know if that is what he's done. Let's just do that one more time. Right, so this is what it's suggested. It's done this bass line and it's using this sound. And in theory, it's a future bass sound. So let's see what happens. Let's just do it again. It's a bit Euro for me. So I don't know about that either. Let's try again. Essentially they're all quite quick. Future bass is normally a bit slower than that, but anyway. Okay, let's go with that. So that's the left behind the left behind sound, and it's all right. Let's put another chord in. Let's just do a chord there and a chord there. I don't know what that's going to be like. It's probably going to be a bit odd. But anyway, so what can we do? Right, so it's saying that these are the other chords that would fit well with that. So let's try F to B. I don't understand why it doesn't close when you do it. And then let's go up to the... Sorry, the headset mic's tickling me. Right, there we go. Let's go up to the C. Okay. Right, let's generate that. I think it keeps the chords. Hang on, maybe it does. Yeah, it keeps the chords. Okay, good. All right, let's see what that's like. Okay, let's undo that. Let's lock that sound, because I was actually happier with that sound than that one. Right, let's just put the bass line in. And let's see what's happened. Okay, so let's say that works. Let's just put it in with a little future bass drum pattern from Drum Monkey. Okay, so I won't bother putting the chords in right now. I might come back and do that later. But that's what it's come up with, and you know, we can argue, you know, it's just personal taste whether we like that or not. And that maybe the sound's all right. So I clicked it twice, but it hasn't got the sub in it. So what I was saying, the way that I would do it, or the way that I am doing it, I'm on a screen to get this all happening. Right, there we are, let's try that. So I'm going to drag the MIDI in, just so that I've got it in case I accidentally change the pattern or something. Let's get that at the beginning. So I'm really short of screen. Anyway, right, let's just duplicate that. Yeah. And that's, yeah, and so what I would do is then I would, maybe I'll put it down here, and then I would go get the audio. Just waiting for the audio to render. Oh, well, it's only 4 bars. Anyway, it's coming. I am streaming, so, and I've got a million tabs open in Chrome, so I'm probably short of memory. Anyway, once it obliges us, there we go. Oh, I don't know if that came. Oh yeah, no, it did. Let's just put that down there. Let's get that out of the way again. Right, let's put that there. Let's duplicate that. Right, let's just bring that up a bit nearer. Up there. All right, so we've got that as audio now, and then all I do is that I would keep all that, and I would just change the sound. So that's left behind. Actually, let's just save that. It's the thing. I always save it with the date because there's a long list. There's no subfolders. It's very hard to find anything. Right, future bass. That'll do. I forgot what to do. Oh yeah, change the sound. So that's left behind. So we can go to one of the 808 things, and I haven't gone through them a lot to know which one's who. But actually, Bipolar was, well, actually, this is a different one. Bipolar was all right. Wasn't great though. Let's just see if there's a better one. Underbelly. Let's try that. Let's just solo this. Right. Yeah, so that's a very pure sub bass, right? So now we've got the two happening. So let me just, I'll just mute the drums actually. So let's hear it with the other one. Also a bit of a mix. Where is that one? And I've got something else going on. That one. Maybe that was the audio. Yeah, that's the audio, right, okay. So this is Bass Dragon, let's bring it a bit nearer. Right, this is Bass Dragon Live with the sub bass, and then here's that. Okay, so they're not. It's not really a good match, but you know, I'm just going to show you that. So let's say we're doing that, and then so without the sub bass, with the sub bass. Okay, and I'm doing it like that particularly because if we have the sub bass too loud, when we mix it, it's just going to be chaos. That's not all the on the meters, and then when we do the drums in, we can do somewhere. Should do a mixer. So we've lost the drums there. I haven't changed the drum level. The sub bass is so good because it's going into compressor over here. It's just on that. The bass is driving the drums down. So we take the sub bass out. Now we've got the drums back. Still a bit loud. Okay, but if the sub bass is too loud, then we lose the mix. See, we lose the drums, so we have to keep the sub bass a bit more normal. Really where we can feel it and not totally hear it. Without with. And that's the level of the sub bass. It's still actually very loud, but at least the fader's down. So it's not pulling the whole mix down. And it is making a difference. Okay, but so because I've got them separate, I can manage the levels like that. If it wasn't separate, then I couldn't manage the levels. It would be the mix that Unison had decided, and they don't know what my mix is going to be. So that's why I don't want to do it like that. I think they're better separate. And here's the other big reason why I want to do it separate. Let's just drag that up again. Now, the bass line, you see it's got these little octave jumps up here and here. And I don't think they work well on the sub bass. It's not really a sub bass part. So I think we can, I think there's a tip, shortcut for this. Yeah, if you hold the shift key, it will go down in an octave. That's right, I wish I'd remembered that earlier. So if you hold the shift key, it will go down an octave. So it's actually that note, and I'll take these down an octave as well. And that's that note. Now everything is now in this one octave range. Oh, hang on, I've got something up there apparently. Oh, hang on, that's because... why is it stopping? Right. That's because I rendered the MIDI part. Hang on, so let me just mute that for a minute. Let's make sure that we're in live mode. Maybe it'll work in all day. Right, so this is the part that I've actually generated. We were listening to the part from before. There we go. See, that's much better for sub bass, I think. Anyway, and I'm almost tempted to bring those down as well. So hold shift, hit the arrow, and it'll go down the octave. Right, now we're in one octave, or two octaves, one octave really. That one might even be a little low, but anyway. So we can maybe even bring that one up an octave. No, it's too high. Okay, we'll have to do it there. So we need a better sound, really. Anyway, but... excuse me. I think that's going to work much better with the bass that we have. So let's just check that. Yeah, I'm much happier with that. So without the sub bass, with the sub bass, let's bring the drums in. I'm losing them. sub bass isn't too loud. If we bring the sub bass up, we lose everything. Sub bass. With the sub bass. Excuse me. So it's definitely making a difference. It's not too loud. And we've been able to do that because we've got two separate parts. And also you notice that I was able to edit. Shouldn't have closed Drum Dragon. It'll take a second to load. And you notice because they were separate, I was able to edit the parts so that we didn't have these octave shifts going on. So I think that's much better to be able to do it like that. Much better. So what I need to do now is that's the MIDI part for the top line, and this is going to be the MIDI part. Did I just close it again? I'm so silly. Right, anyway. Come on. Do. There we go. Right, rum again. But anyway, I'm just going to drag the MIDI part for that. Right, there we go. Over there. Let's not close it, so we don't have to do that again. Right, so now this is going to be the sub bass part. Okay, and we can render that as audio. Let's see if I can. Yeah, sub bass. Right, there we are. Right, let's render that in. Just waiting for it to happen. Right, there we go. Should clear that up. Right, so that's the sub bass sound with underbelly, and let's just save that. Sub underbelly. I'll call it belly. There we are. So yeah, so that's the sub bass with the sorry, that's the sub bass part with the sub bass sound, where we've got rid of the octave shifts, which we wouldn't have been able to do if it was one part, and also now we've got the sub bass sound separate, so we can mix it properly. I don't know where that click's coming from, but anyway, we won't worry about that right now. And then on this part, okay, let's put the MIDI back in for that. This has got the octave shifts in. Actually, I can do it from there, or I'll do it in Bass Dragon, because we saved it as a preset. That's what's important to save as a preset. So that's the sub belly sound, or sorry, the sub bass part with the sub bass sound. And then if we recall the preset, that one, then we should get the octave shifts. Okay, we're all the way up here now, up at C4, and we've got the left behind sound. Okay, let's just play that, which is that thing. Okay, so I already had that MIDI part, but I'll just drag in the audio. If I create an audio track for it, that would be a good idea. Right, there we go. This is, I forgot what the sound was now. Left behind. Oh, I didn't mean that. Where are we? Bass, left behind. Okay, right, let's drag that in. Really run out of room to do this. Anyway, right, let's wait for it to render. 5, 4, 3, 2, that was not long enough number. Let's go to NASA. Let's go around the moon and come back again. And I'm not sure what. I can always recite a poem of the full works of Shakespeare in the time it's taking for this to render. Anyway, it's almost there. Talk amongst yourselves. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Right, there we go. Right, let's stick that up there. Oh, I should put that in the right place. I don't know why I'm on that wrong tool. Oh, I see, yeah. Right, let's do that. So now we've got the MIDI of the top part, we've got the MIDI of the sub bass, we've got the audio of the top part, and we've got the audio of the sub bass. So we can do what we want. So whatever we do with Bass Dragon, it's not going to be affected. Yeah, and then because we've got that, now we can mix them. Everything's in the way. Now we can mix them. I'm trying not to close it so we don't get the time to open it. Which I think is, I don't know where it went. Let's just play it. Where are we? Oh, right, that should be Bass Dragon Live. Turn the drums off for a minute. I think that was from before. Right, that's that one. What happened to my other one? Let's just go find that. Right, this puppy here. Where are you? 4. If I mute it or something, what am I doing? Take solo off. Oh, it's not running. Okay. Right, I'm not sure I'm mirroring that. Right, that's supposed to be the sub bass. Let me just check I did have it on. Yeah, left behind. Right, okay, what have I done wrong then? This is supposed to be left behind. Right, where is it? 4, that one. Why is it not happening? Audio, soloed. Have I muted it? I muted it, what an idiot. Okay, right, sorry about that. So now we've got the two parts. We've got the bass and then we've got the sub bass together. So we've got the sub bass from Unison and we've got the top line from Unison. And now we can control the levels, and also that's a different part because we took the octaves out. Okay, anyway, that's, hopefully you get that. I made a bit of a munge of that. But now we've got the audio for posterity, and we're in business, okay? And we can mix it the way we want, and we've got the classic, well, we haven't actually got the classic future bass sound, which is part of the fury of that. So let's look at if we can do better. So the main thing I don't like about this, was I muting the mixer? Yeah, I muted in the mixer. Is the sound. So obviously we can go through the sounds and find others. Okay, and there's loads of them, and I'm going to the electronic category, and obviously there's an acoustic category. We've got real slap basses and stuff, and we've got the 808 category, which we've looked at. Again, you can go through them all. Maybe there's some better ones in there. But I haven't gone through them all, so I don't know. But here's the interesting thing, is that we can create our own sounds by bringing in samples, and that's what I wanted to show you. And that's what I ended up doing. I ended up creating a sample pack for this. Now I'm trying to remember what I did with it. Oh, yeah. Let me just go get it. Where are we? Here we go. Yeah, so I made these samples, and so we can just have the classic kind of saw sound, and all you do is use from your Explorer. It doesn't work from inside the sequencer. You have to drag it from the outside world, export it into the thing. And now when we drag it in, now we get our sound, and then you can do all of your stuff to it. Why is that being so slow? Right, there we are. You can change the envelope, you can change the filters, you can add your effects. You can also change the start point of the sample by moving the little red arrow. And get different sounds depending on what the thing's done. So I think that's more of a future bass sound, and then we would add the subject. Now that's not a particularly raw one, sorry one, so we could put one of the other ones in, and then this will be a bit different. Sorry, forget that. We're going to filter up and do whatever. So if you want more of the raspy thing, you can do that, and then obviously you can play with the filter and all that and make it a bit more deep and all that sort of thing. But I've done all that already, so I don't want to waste your time doing that again. That's the wrong filter. And then you can do all that stuff with the legato and all that. And the glide. Okay, and then you can just carry on, doing what you want. Let me just drag one more in. So I did another sound in Pigment. That one was in Serum, so I did this one in Pigment. Okay, so that's a bit high, but we can just tune it by dragging this thing down to C3 or whatever. Let's try that. And I think that's quite, it's kind of what I wanted anyway. Move that down out of the way. And then if we put it in with the drums. So I'm pretty happy with that. And then there's other ones we can do. And that actually worked pretty well as a sub bass if I took the filter down to the other sound of to one of Unison's sounds that I was using. So and let's put it in with the sub bass that we had. So maybe if we're using that sub bass, maybe we want the other one, that one. But you can see how easy and quick it is to just drag in your own samples if you've got them handy. Come on, pop up, pop up, pop up, pop up. Oh, be slow. Come on. Where's it got? Oh, it's down there. It's already there. Sorry, I'm waiting for it. It's already there. So let's just drag that raspier one in and have that as the top sound. Yeah, let's do that one. And again, you can change the start position and all the envelopes and all that kind of stuff to make it more the way you want. So that's already a much more interesting sound. So that's just take their sub bass sound out. So there's my sound. It's not raspy enough for you. You can. That's stupid. Yeah, you can. You can do the filter, sorry. system's a bit sluggish now. Hang on. Behave yourself. Stop it for some reason. The runaway sequence there, it won't stop. There we go. So then you could, I don't know why it won't let me do that. Then you could raise the, it's gone mad, my system's gone mad. Anyway, then you could raise the frequency if it would let me, but it's not letting me for some reason. Okay, we'll walk past that. But if I made that sound brighter, it would had more of that sizzly top end. Yeah, my system's really struggling now. Okay. Let's just see if we can close that. It won't even let me close it. Come on. Okay, let's see if we can get to the mixer. Probably not. Okay, I think my system's died. But that was the plan. Hopefully you heard what, how it could be very different with our own bass sound, and then we kept the sub bass that they'd done. But as I say, the whole principle of this, what I'm saying, is that if you keep if you keep the two sounds separate, the top sound and the sub bass separate, you've got all this control of to change the parts, to change the sounds, and to change the mix. And if there was just one button which said future bass sound, then none of that would be possible as far as I can imagine. So that's why I like doing it that way. Okay, so that's it. My system's died, so I'm going to stop now. I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know. Talk to you then. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye. And remember, if you want to get the sample pack or get more news or anything, you can go to plugins.studiocookbook.com/bassdragon. So that's plugins.studiocookbook.com/bassdragon. There is a special page for the preset pack, but you'll be able to get to it from there, and you can sign up on the list there, and then you'll get the news of it happening. Right, that's it. Bye-bye.